There are two main stock exchanges in Japan, the Tokyo Stock Exchange and the Osaka Stock Exchange. The Tokyo Stock Exchange is a stock exchange in Tokyo, Japan, abbreviated as Tosho or TSE/TYO. It is the world's third largest stock exchange by total market capitalization of its listed businesses and Asia's largest. As of February 2019, it has 2,292 listed firms denominated in Japanese yen, with a total market value of $5.67 trillion. The Japan Exchange Group, JPX, a holding company that also trades on the stock exchange, owns the exchange, TYO 8697. The Osaka Exchange merged with JPX to become JPX. In terms of volume of business, Osaka Exchange Inc. is Japan's second biggest securities exchange. The Osaka Securities Exchange had 477 listed firms with a total market value of $212 billion as of December 31, 2007. The minimum purchase quantity per transaction for each firm's shares is determined by the company that issued the stock. If a firm requires a minimum of 100 shares per transaction, for example, you must have the cash to buy the minimum 100-share lot. The majority of firms listed on the TSO/TYO have a minimum transaction size of 100 shares. When placing an order on a Japanese online trading platform, you can place a seishine order, which is similar to a limit order in that you set a price and wait for the market trade at that price, but the order is cancelled at the conclusion of the trading session. You can also place a nariyuki order, which is the Japanese counterpart of a market order, in which the price of your relatively immediate stock fill is set by the current market price. When you sell Japanese stock, you must disclose the profit or loss on your Japanese yearly earnings statement. The amount you earned or lost is taken into account by the tax office, which then determines how much tax you must pay. You should not neglect the formal need to record gains or losses on your stock transactions, because it is a crucial step in terms of your tax liability. The majority of the largest and most well-capitalized Japanese equities may be purchased and sold using American Depository Receipts, ADRs. These receipts are either listed on major US exchanges such as the Nasdaq and the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, or traded over the counter, OTC, in the United States. Japan's economy is a well-developed free market economy. It is the world's third largest economy in terms of nominal GDP and fourth largest in terms of purchasing power parity, PPP, as well as the world's second largest developed economy. Japan is a member of both the G7 and the G20 groups. The country's per capita GDP, PPP, was $41,637, according to the International Monetary Fund 2020. Japan's GDP, measured in dollars, varies dramatically due to a fluctuating currency exchange rate. Using the Atlas approach to account for these variations, Japan's GDP per capita is projected to be about $39,048. The Bank of Japan's quarterly Tankan survey of business mood is used to forecast the Japanese economy. The Nikkei 225 is the world's third largest stock exchange by market capitalization, and it publishes a monthly report of top blue chip shares on Japan Exchange Group. Japan was the fourth largest importer and fourth largest exporter in the world in 2018. It has $1.3 trillion in foreign exchange reserves, the world's second largest. On the Ease of Doing Business Index, it is ranked 29th, whereas on the Global Competitiveness Report, it is ranked 5th. In the Economic Complexity Index, it is ranked 1st in the world. Japan is also the third largest consumer market in the world. Japan is the world's third biggest automotive manufacturer, has the world's largest electronics production sector, and is frequently recognized as one of the world's most inventive countries, leading numerous worldwide patent filing metrics. Faced with rising competition from China and South Korea, Japanese manufacturing increasingly concentrates on high-tech and precise items, including optical equipment, hybrid cars, and robots. Aside from the Kant area, the Kansai region is one of Japan's most important industrial clusters and manufacturing regions. Japan is the largest creditor country on the planet. Japan maintains a significant net foreign investment surplus and runs an annual trade surplus. Japan has the world's third biggest assets at $15.2 trillion, or 9% of the global total as of 2017. Japan is home to 51 Fortune Global 500 businesses in 2017, down from 62 in 2013. In terms of overall wealth, the country ranks third in the globe. Japan used to have the second largest assets and wealth, trailing only the United States in both categories, but in 2015 China surpassed Japan in both categories. Japan was also the world's second largest economy by nominal GDP, behind the United States until 2010, when China overtook Japan. Japan's manufacturing sector used to be second only to that of the United States and almost surpassed it in 1995, but China's manufacturing sector surpassed Japan's in 2007 and the United States in 2010. As a result, Japan is the world's third largest manufacturer, after only China and the United States. The bursting of Japan's asset price bubble in 1991 ushered in a period of economic stagnation, known as the Lost Decade, also referred to as the Lost 20 Years, during which the country's nominal GDP dropped from $5.3 trillion to $4.36 trillion. The Bank of Japan began a unique strategy of quantitative easing in the early 2000s to stimulate economic development. In the aftermath of the global financial crisis in 2007-8, the tsunami in 2011, and the COVID-19 epidemic that began in late 2019, debt levels have continued to increase. Japan's national debt at 257% of GDP as of 2021 is substantially larger than that of any other wealthy country. Japanese nationals possess the majority of this debt. An elderly and falling population, which peaked at 128 million in 2010 and is expected to decrease to 125.9 million by 2020, poses significant difficulties to the Japanese economy. According to projections, the population will continue to decline, possibly falling below 100 million by the end of the 21st century. Capital gains on Japanese shares are subject to national income tax, which is levied at a rate of 15% on individual gains on stock sales. Equity research on Japanese stocks can be done with the Statistics Bureau of Japan website. First, with more than 100 regions covered, you can learn more with the Exotic Markets book available on Amazon. Second, you can explore sector and industry intelligence for different countries by going to pervasives.com. If you have an issue in relation to accounting and tax with foreign stocks, you can contact us by going to our website.